decoder and self-augmentation. On Windows, and it's important, set num workers to 0. Windows use a different process spawning method than Linux for data multiprocessing. And without that guard, num workers values can hang or throw errors. Setting num workers 0 is the safest default if you are not sure. Batch size. Batch size depends on your GPU's available memory. If you have headroom, increase batch size can improve throughput and training stability, but push it up gradually and watch for out of memory errors rather than jumping straight to a fixed number like 64. Now, augmentation. This is a topic where geospatial deep learning is different from standard computer vision. Safe augmentation, horizontal flip, vertical flip, and 90-degree rotation. Unsafe augmentation, color jitter, which distorts NDVI. Second, brightness contrast adjustment. Why unsafe? Because satellite images have a physical meaning. NDVI is near minus red divided by near plus red. If you randomly change the brightness or color values, you shift those band relationships. The NDVI becomes meaningless. You are teaching the model on physically incorrect data. Never do color jitter on satellite imagery ever. Optimizer, scheduler, and mixed precision. 3 setup choices for training. Adam W for optimizer, not plain Adam. The difference is how weight decay is applied. Adam W decouples it from the gradient update. The difference is how weight decay is applied. Adam W decouples it from the gradient update, which tends to generalize better, causing annealing LR for the scheduler. Instead of dropping the learning rate in discrete steps, it follows a smooth cosine curve down to a minimum. This tends to work well in practice and is a strong popular default. And AMP, automatic mixed precision. This trains parts of the network in Fluid 16 instead of Fluid 32. Halves memory usage, roughly 30 to 50% faster. Minimal to no accuracy loss for most tasks. Computing MIOU during validation. The MIOU function, one important thing to understand. Do not compute IOU per batch and then average. That gives a biased result. Instead, accumulate the intersection and union pixel counts across all validation batches. Then divide once at the end. The ampersand operator gives you the intersection. Pixels correct for that class. The pipe operator gives you the union, all pixels in either prediction or ground truth. We added 1E8 to the denominator to prevent division by 0 if a class is completely absent from the validation set. Running the full validation set takes time. Every epoch would add too much overhead. Section 8 optimize the scheduler and AMP. Now let's run cell 8. Look at the learning rate schedule plot. It starts at 1E4, follows a smooth curve downward, and ends near 0. This is exactly how we want training to proceed. If you want to use attention unit instead, just change one line here, replace model equal unit with a model equal attention unit. Everything else stays exactly the same. Section 9, mean IOU evaluation function. We use mean IOU, not pixel accuracy, and do not average IOU across batches. Accumulate the intersection and union counts across all validation batches first, then divide ones at the end. Let's run cell 9, define MIOU, and test on untrained model. The expect output untrained model MIOU around 0.1. About 0.1 for a 10 class problem. This is basically random guessing. 1 divided by 10 is our starting point. After training, we will push this to 0.6 or higher. Think about MIOU as the exam score for our model. And untrained model scores 10%, same as randomly guessing on a 10 choice multiple choice exam. We want to get to at least 60%. Section 10, training loop. This is the moment we have been building toward. We are going to train the unit. Let me walk you through the training loop before we run it. For each batch, move data to GPU, run forward pass inside AutoCast. That's AMP, compute the loss backward, step the optimizer, update the scaler. We compute MIOU every 5 epochs, not every epoch. Running the full validation set takes time. Every epoch would add too much training time. When MIOU improves, we save the model checkpoint. At the end, we load the best one. Let's run cell 10, start training. While this is running, watch the loss. It should go down with every epoch. The first few epochs, the loss will drop fast. Later, it will slow down. That's normal. You will see MIOU printed every 5 epochs. Watch it go up. Now you can see loss decreased from 0.26 to 0.05, while MIOU increased from 0.62 to 0.96, and the best MIOU is 0.96. Section 11, Training Curves. Training is done. Let us look at the curves. And we run section 11. To notice, left is training loss, the right is validation MIOU. The training decreased while the MIOU is increased. These two curves are like a health report for your training. Every time you train a new model, look at them first before looking at any numbers. They tell you what to fix next.